Maddog,
hey, welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. Sitting here with a stand-up comic, all around a life liver extraordinaire, Maddog Mattern. What's up, man?
How are you, Artie? What's up, my brother?
Now, is that what they call you, Mad Dog?
Well, I know his real name, Artie, but I'm not going to say.
All right, well, why would you bring it up then?
No, I'm just saying I love him.
You can say it, Mike. No one's gonna get hurt if you say it. It's all good. I just want to say, though, I've known you 7 years, and I'm glad you still don't know my last name. I love you to death.
I always call him Maddon. You know what I mean?
Now, wait, how did you meet Mike?
Let's see, I moved here like 7 years ago in New York.
To do stand-up?
Yeah,
right.
And
he's a great friend of Shuley that we love.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're from Vegas.
Yeah, hometown.
And is that how you knew Shuley?
Yeah,
Because Shuley's from Vegas, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
We used to play horrible bars together,
Right.
stand up to meth heads and blue hairs.
Yeah.
That's how we came up. Those were the tough knocks. And then he was like my real estate agent, basically, when I moved out here. Like, I was on his couch for 3 months in Middle Village.
Oh, God.
And I'd run in a circle with Mike, Shuley,
Sal,
Laura Levitas, Gino, your good friend Gino.
Yeah, Gino. Yeah, I know Gino.
Sal, Richard, all the guys from Howard.
Well, I knew you back then.
Yeah.
We used to do gigs sometimes.
Artie, I met you 10 years ago, John Melendez.
Right. So now what would you do, stand up with these guys for the, on Sal's tours and stuff like that?
I never did the Sal tour. I did the Miserable Men tour, and I'm on the Block Party. I do the Ronnie Lynn Block Party.
The Block Party. Now, how is that? I heard that's amazing.
I love it. I'm having a blast with it. I mean, it's the greatest insanity. It feels like a pro wrestling show half the time.
I got to go see one of those things. I really do. I got to go check that out.
We'll be in Long Island next month, man.
Now, what does Ronnie do? He comes out and he...
Yeah, it's an interesting show. He comes out and he's Ronnie. That's basically what he does.
That's what he should do.
He comes out, he yells, he uses some of those catchphrases that I don't think I can say right now on your show.
Yeah, some of them are a little R-rated, but
a little beyond that too. And then JD co-hosts with him, and JD will mumble and be like, "Are you ready for your first comic?"
So they play themselves, and other people do comedy.
Yeah, and then there's just a big show in between. Man.
That's
we got
good.
good comics.
That's good.
I go out and make fun of the crowd for about 15 minutes.
Now, do you do the road besides that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I bounce around. Yeah.
Now, where do you go?
All the illustrious tri-state area, all the good places.
Oh, you play a lot of bars and stuff?
I do like bars, some like good clubs, but a lot of times I play the rough rooms, man. I think that's kind of become like my reputation.
You play strip clubs?
No, I wish.
Yeah.
I did do one in Jersey about 8 months ago.
Those gigs are insane. I used to do strip clubs back in the day, every once in a while.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of comics came up in them, right? Lenny Bruce,
sure, yeah.
Jay Leno.
Yeah, absolutely.
You mentioned Jay Leno.
But in the 60s and 70s, it was almost a thing because there weren't such things as comedy clubs.
No.
So you'd have guys doing stand-up in between the strippers, which is real hard because I've done bachelor parties, too. In the real beginning, I did bachelor parties, and I would have to follow a stripper, which is impossible, And then if you go first, they just want the strippers, or they're yelling at you either way.
Yeah, what can you do to make them forget that there's boobies coming?
Nothing.
Nothing.
That's
tough. I did play like a bachelor party a couple months ago with burlesque, which was cool, but I was hosting.
Burlesque? What do you mean? Like
artistic strippers or strippers with a little weight on them, whatever you want to call it.
That's what I mean. Like burlesque is, it's a fancy name for stripping, right?
Yeah, I mean, these are girls that I guess don't do it for dollars. They do it and they pretend they're artists. And they pick like songs like Black Sabbath songs or Louis Prima, something different.
They're stupid strippers.
No, I think they might be smarter.
The strippers who don't do it for money?
Yeah, well, in that
How
aspect,
are they smarter?
Yes. I think they're strippers who read books, is basically what it is.
That's
the difference.
They go to a stripper and they say, guys, I got a real smart way for you to do this. Imagine doing this for free.
Artie, they look like 1920s flappies. They're hot.
No, but so who's into that nowadays?
Yeah, like my buddy's wife is totally into it. She teaches it.
She teaches it.
What, like the Charleston and stuff like that?
I live in Brooklyn. I know she has like a 9-to-5 job, and then like it's just to teach girls to be like just more in touch with their bodies, I guess, for their husbands, spice up the bedroom life.
But do you get paid for it?
At the you better believe it. I'm playing a bachelor party and no cash.
So they're charging a cover charge at these places?
Well,
and money for booze, and the women who are dancing don't get paid?
Well, here's what's interesting. At the bachelor party, everyone got cash. Everyone did. All right.
Yeah, but they have to. I mean, they're getting paid in coke. Something's happening.
Well, I think they might be above it. They're a different kind of stripper, Artie.
I want to talk to one of them. What are they, morons? Like, you're getting naked and dancing around, or it's classy getting naked. You got to get paid.
I agree. Now, some of the shows downtown, like in the alt comedy scene, they do these variety shows.
Right.
Or in Brooklyn, hipster Brooklyn.
Right.
I think they're the only ones who get paid. Like, there's a hot show in Long Island City once a month where there's a bunch of good comics.
Oh, is that that place? What's
Creek in the Cave.
Creek in the Cave, yeah.
And they have the Naked Girl Variety Hour. And you better believe they're getting paid, and all the comics are lucky if they get a martini.
What does that entail, though? What does that entail?
So a comic will come out, he'll warm you up, bring out a comic, and then some girl come out and shoot fire out of her mouth and have tassels on her breasts.
And the girl gets paid, the comic doesn't?
I would think she does, because could not imagine why she would go to Long Island City on a Saturday.
But what about this deal? Why not everybody performing get paid? I don't get it.
Well, you know that's a big issue now in New York City.
Well, yeah, I mean, if the guy who owns this club, it's the new hip club, a couple of people mention that. And Colin Quinn, my buddy, says he'd go down there. He does spots sometimes. Like he'll do like one-man show type
He's
stuff.
working on his new material there.
Not just stand-up, right? Like, because Colin always writes these brilliant one-man shows. And he's working on one about the Constitution now. So he goes down there to this Creek in the Cave, and he tries it out. Now, why can't everybody who goes down there get paid? Why does it have to be certain people?
Well, that ends up being kind of a workout room. Like, a lot of times there's no cover. I'd say 98%. This Naked Broad show, there's a cover.
Right.
Because it's a big deal.
Right.
Now,
and they think it's because of the women.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's it. And the bacon bar. Don't forget the bacon bar. Supposedly that's a big drill. Everything's made of bacon.
Oh, that's great.
Every booze, food, everything's made of bacon.
I hope that's not free, because if that's free, this guy's a moronic businessman.
No, I think he's got a head on him, you know? Because, you know, bacon's great. It's the candy of meats.
No, it is.
But most of the shows are just like a workout, and then, you know, that's like an alt place, a lot of alt comedy.
Like alternative, you mean, yeah.
Yeah, and so there's a promise that industry might be there. So of the 5 people who might be there,
right,
3 will be comics, 1 might be your cousin.
Right.
Who come to see it, and 1 might be a network executive for MTV.
Back in the day, they had this place called Luna Lounge.
Sure.
But it was always in Manhattan. It was always on the lower. So I guess these executives live in Brooklyn now, because I'm saying, how do they get them to go to Brooklyn? It was always hard in the old days to get an executive to go anywhere that wasn't Midtown Manhattan, or agents, because that's where all the agencies were. MTV, everything was Midtown. Nowadays, they go to Brooklyn to see these guys.
Yeah, executives will go anywhere that they think they can find gold in the hills.
Right.
That's my experience. Is that if you say, "Hey, dummy,"
and now it's Long Island City's in Queens, so it's in Queens' place.
Yeah, but on the borderline, like you could walk there. If you told them to go to Wayne, New Jersey, that's where it was happening. People would do it.
Yeah, but I'm saying it looks like it's going further and further out of the city, because the city's getting more and more crowded with idiots.
Yeah, and so they go there. It's like a hip area.
So they'll go there before Caroline's nowadays or something, or before the Comedy Cellar.
It's insane that I get more people who see me like just doing mess around shows at the Creek in the Cave, eating like a $2 burrito, than when I play Caroline's. It's insane.
How many people does it hold?
I'd say 30, standing room 60, but I'm gonna be honest, if you get like 15 people there, it feels packed. Like 15 civilians.
30 people looks like it's packed?
Yeah, dude, it's like an intimate little stage.
I mean, you could literally go to someone's basement and do it.
I was toying with doing that at my place.
Sure, yeah.
At the Maddog Mattern Comedy Festival in my basement in Queens.
What clubs do you work at?
Caroline's. My home club's Stand Up New York. I'm there the most. I work the Stand, Eastville.
Stand's a good club.
Stand's outstanding.
Yeah, it's good.
And they treat you good there, man.
Now, the Cellar, you don't do the Cellar?
Nah, I don't ever. You know, you got to hang out to get in there, and I don't really hang out much. I guess I should.
Well, I mean, you know, part of the whole comedy scene used to be just as much as you hang out with people, because, you know, if you try to get people to laugh during regular conversations, it helps too. But I don't know. I don't know what it means. It should just mean what you do on stage, but it doesn't. Show business is never like that.
That's it. And I don't ask anyone. Like, I know a lot of comics have been doing a lot less time than me.
Yeah.
Like 1 year in, and they beg people they know work at the Cellar to vouch for them. I don't ask nobody for anything.
It's disaster, Artie, when it happens, right? If you're not ready in this business, it's brutal.
Oh, no, I know. Yeah, well, that's the thing people don't realize. You could get in front of a big-time casting director or executive or agent, and if you BS your way into that meeting or that showcase, it seems good at the time, but if you blow it, you could set yourself 5 years back if you suck, because the guy's just going to remember you suck, you know, so you got to be ready.